Cup qualifying is officially included at Talladega Superspeedway, and Michael McDowell has won the pole. What's going on, guys? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. As I just said a second ago, Cup Series qualifying has officially concluded from Talladega Superspeedway, and Michael McDowell has won his second Cup pole of 2024. Look, we know the front row had a big announcement of an alliance with Team Penske going into this season, and the alliance is really showing because Michael McDowell has been qualifying up front, especially at the Superspeedway so far in 2024. I believe this also is his third front row start of the year as well, and we know that they were looking to get better this season, and for Michael McDowell to win the pole once again, absolutely huge. He's been really strong in these Superspeedways. He's going to be someone to watch tomorrow, as I expect the front row cars to be really fast in the race tomorrow afternoon. Or whenever the race happens, because weather could be an issue tomorrow. But I'm really happy for Michael McDowell and his 34 team. They're starting to show a little more pace and speed as the season progresses, and to see them once again win the pole is absolutely huge. So congratulations once again to Michael McDowell on winning the pole for the Cup Series race at Talladega. And he'll lead some last probably. He's been up front a lot this year. He's been showing more pace and speed. I think Michael McDowell is going to be one of the guys to watch for in the Cup Series race tomorrow afternoon. So now we're going to take a look at the top 10 qualifiers and talk about some of the other drivers that did not make the final round. So Michael McDowell wins the pole. Austin Cindric finished his second, just missed it by nearly a tenth. Austin Cindric's had a really struggling start so far in 2024 outside of the Superspeedway races, but this is definitely a big shot in the arm for the two team who's been struggling a bit this season. The star on the front row, you got to be happy if you're an Austin Cindric fan, a team that really needs to turn the corner after been slumping a bit recently. Really good for Cindric start on the front row. I think that's his first front row start of 2024, so good to see Austin Cindric starting on the outside of the front row. He'll start second place tomorrow afternoon. Todd Gilliland qualifies third once again, like Michael McDowell. Really good speed shown from Todd Gilliland. I think he's led the second or third most laps of the 4 teams so far this year, and I expect him to lead quite a few laps tomorrow. He's one of the dark horses going in this race because we know that Todd Gilliland was really strong in Atlanta and really strong at Daytona. Really good qualifying run for Todd Gilliland. Gets his best starting position, I think, so far this season, potentially. Starting third, great job by Todd Gilliland. Kyle Busch qualifies fourth. The highest on Ford and the fastest Chevy in qualifying. Really impressed with the speed that Kyle Busch showed. He was second fast in the first round. This team has been struggling a little bit so far in 2024. So to see Kyle Busch qualify inside the top 5, really happy to see that here. Good run for Kyle Busch in fourth. I think he's got a really good chance to win the Cup race tomorrow. He's been really strong in the Superspeedways this season. He had one of the best cars in the Daytona 500 and was one of the strongest cars in Atlanta. So I do think that Kyle Busch will be up front contending for the win whenever the race happens. Austin Dillon qualifies fifth. Great job by Austin Dillon. It's been a struggle for the 3 teams so far this year. They've really needed to turn the corner, and they starting in the top 5 tomorrow. Good to see Austin Dillon qualify inside the top 5. Mark Truex Jr. qualifies 6th. He is the highest Toyota. Good speed for Mark Truex Jr., who historically has not been great at the Superspeedways on the Cup side of things, which is weird because he used to be good at this track in Xfinity when he drove for DEI. But he'll be starting 6th tomorrow. Really good run for him. Joe Logano qualifies 7th. Expected Logano to be on the front row. A little bit disappointed to not see him on the front row, but he at least is starting inside the top 10. Maybe he's got more race ability. That could potentially be a possibility. Good job, though, starting inside the top 10 for Logano, who needs to continue to turn the corner. There's been more speed, though, out of this 22 car recently, so I do think he's got a good chance of possibility to run up front tomorrow. Chris Buescher qualifies 8th. He'll start inside the top 10 tomorrow once again. Good speed for him. Chase Elliott qualifies 9th. Another top 10 starting spot for Chase. He was the fastest Hendrick car in the field. The other Hendrick cars struggled a little bit. We'll get to Kyle Larson a little bit here as well. But Chase Elliott qualifying inside the top 10. Coming off of winning last weekend at Texas. Once again starting inside the top 10. I do think that Chase Elliott will be a threat to get another win at Talladega, which if he wins tomorrow will be his 3rd Cup win at Talladega. And Cristobal qualifies 10th. Pretty good speed from Cristobal starting inside the top 10 tomorrow afternoon, who actually won the poles for both Talladega races last season. He'll start in 10th tomorrow afternoon. So those are the top 10 qualifiers. Let's talk about some notable drivers who did not make the final round. First, Alex Bowman just missed out by, I think, a couple thousandths. He was really close to getting in the final round. Ryan Preece will start 11th. Really good speed from him. The other SHR cars weren't that great. Chase Briscoe starting about 25th to 26th. Noah Gragson starting in the bottom 5 cars. And Josh Berry also didn't show a lot of pace and speed. Shane Van Gisbergen, who's making his Oval Cup debut this weekend at Talladega. He's going to be starting in 17th tomorrow, which is really impressive impressive with the speed that we've seen from him. I expect SVG to have a solid run tomorrow, especially with how good Trackhouse has been. The other Trackhouse cars, not so much. I think Daniel Suarez starting outside the top 20, and Ross Chastain, I believe, is starting outside the top 30 tomorrow afternoon. As for a guy like Kyle Larson didn't even get the chance to qualify because they messed with the roof rail deflectors. There's a very good chance and possibility, whether it's Monday or Tuesday or whenever they do announce penalties later this week. We'll probably talk about that on the channel, but Kyle Larson is facing some pretty big penalties when those come out. So those are the notable drivers that did not make the final round of qualifying. Let's talk about some things to watch for tomorrow. If the race ends up happening tomorrow, we're probably going to be racing to halfway because there is some rain in the forecast and rain in the area. Granted, the weather forecast has been improving gradually and slowly but surely, so hopefully we do get to see the race tomorrow, but if not, it will get moved to Monday. They'll probably make a decision in the middle to early afternoon. We should be good to go for the Xfinity Series race later today, though, and the ARCA race, which is coming up here really shortly, but weather could be a factor in the race tomorrow. So, that is going to be for reactions to Cup pole qualifying from Talladega. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow my Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support on Patreon as well. Let's go more of that. Comment your thoughts on today's episode. What are thoughts about Cup pole qualifying? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and congratulate Michael McDowell on winning the pole for the Cup Series race. Later today on the channel, we're going to have the NASCAR Xfinity Series race view from Talladega Super Speedway, and depending on how Shane Van Gisbergen performs, we'll do a video on him as well. Then tomorrow on the channel, if the race ends up happening, we'll have a race review, and we'll have an SVG video once again. If the race doesn't happen tomorrow, we'll probably have a video on the postponement. We'll have to see if the race ends up happening. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.